Do you think SEO is dead in 2023 because of AI, because of Chat GPT, and a lot of experts like SEO experts are making the guess because now Google will only show like Chat GPT on the top. Like, what do you think about that?
I think
is SEO is dead?
SEO is always dead. Long live SEO, right? I think it changes and it evolves. I think what does happen immediately is everybody starts saying ChatGPT looks like a shortcut. Let's generate 1 million pages.
And what do you think about the Microsoft is investing in ChatGPT?
Yeah, the silent war is
happening between Bing and Google right now. So what do you think about that?
Yeah.
Like, who's going to win the war?
How was the workshop, guys?
There's no shortcut for making money online. It's only work. You need to work. Hello, hi guys. I'm Jitin Vaswani, and today I'm here at WordCamp Bangkok 2023, and you are watching Inside Hustler's Brain, and you are with Jono, the head of SEO at Yoast SEO. I know everyone knows about Yoast. This is one of the famous and the most trusted WordPress plugin, I think, in the SEO community, and I love it because I use it on my own niche sites. So Jono, I want to know about you. Like, how did you get started into this Yoast journey? So can you share please about yourself?
Sheesh, yeah. Once upon a time I was a bedroom web developer. I think many people in this space start out there, right?
Yes, perfect.
And ended up working in digital marketing agencies, SEO tool vendors, big data challenges, and some consultancy roles and some product marketing stuff. I spent a bit of time trying to work out what do I really want to do, and the thing that realised I was really passionate about, one, obviously SEO,
of course, yes.
but also I wanted to build things. So agency world wasn't quite right. It was about client-centric stuff, month to month, and tool vendors was a bit vague. So I thought I knew Yoast founder of Yoast, quite well. And said, is there space to put one more SEO person in the Yoast empire? And I joined as head of special projects 5 years ago, almost to the
5
day.
years ago, okay.
Yes, I've been there a while. And I was doing product roadmap stuff, research and development, bits of consultancy and special projects. And about a year and a half ago, stepped up as head of SEO, which I'm still not sure what that means. In a company that sells an SEO product. But I'm doing lots of product stuff and roadmap stuff and working out what we're building a year from now and understanding what Google are doing and how we should react and testing all of our technical SEO stuff. So it's
because
really
a lot of changes are coming in SEO right now from the Google point of view, what I'm seeing right now. So we are going to talk more on SEO later. But first I want to understand like what kind of changes we are expecting at Yoast in 2023, because the market is very competitive for SEO products right now. So what kind of changes we can expect in 2023?
Sure. So I get told off about talking about the roadmap, but I can definitely slip some stuff and talk in generalities.
Sure.
We just hired a new CTO, which is super exciting.
Wow.
Derek, who was previously at XWP, who comes with like some heavy pedigree of engineering talent, and it's really cool. So we're going to spend a little bit of time kind of shoring up our core architecture, making sure everything is lightning fast and sleek. Actually, interesting point. One of the things people grumble about Yoast SEO is that it's bloated, and slow, and a bit heavy. But I think I would disagree. I think there is a lot of code because it does a lot of stuff, and you need code in milliseconds to do that. WordPress isn't great for SEO out the box, so we're like, a lot of what we do is just getting it up to basics. But even on top of that, we've got a whole bunch of architecture stuff we're working on that will speed it up and make it faster than native WordPress, which is really cool. So there's a bunch of stuff with that. We are launching a whole bunch more kind of content analysis stuff. So we just launched version 1 of our inclusive language tool. It's really cool. So we're well known for we have an SEO analysis and a readability analysis. Now we look at your content and say, hey, did you realize that this might be accidentally offensive? Or this might be a bit racist. Can you use this wording instead? We think that's super cool.
Right.
Much bigger than just SEO.
Yeah.
So that's fun. We're also going heavy on the environmental angle. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that WordPress does that isn't good for the environment. It outputs bits of code it doesn't need to. It supports things like RSS feeds, RSS feeds for blog posts that don't have comments.
Right.
All of that can get turned
extra
off.
Space, yeah.
Not only extra space, but Google is crawling all of this. So you've got like Silicon Valley is burning carbon in order
crawl
to.
Budget, yeah.
So crawl budget's a huge issue. So they're expending electricity and energy calling you. Your server is having to spin up stuff. We can take all of that away. So we've got a beta feature in Yoast SEO Premium at the moment, and there's like 20 or so toggles, and you can go off, and then downgrade your hosting because you end up halving the amount of server resources you're using. So that's pretty cool. And there'll be loads more of all of that sort of stuff.
I know, and you have so I can talk about your competitors as we talk. Like you have a tough competitor like RankMath right now.
Yes.
So how do you compare yourself to RankMath and why yours is better? So can you share your like insights on that?
I would love to.
Sure.
So I think the cool thing is we have quite a different ideology when it comes to SEO. I like to think that the way we approach SEO is quite sophisticated and quite mature. And 10, 20 years ago, SEO was very much a technical, hacky thing. It was how do I trick the algorithm? How do I put the right keywords in the right places? What secret source can I manage to configure in order to be smarter than Google?
Right.
The world's changed. I think SEO very much is now about product market fit and brand strategy, and yes, having a strong technical foundation, but also like stuff like our inclusive language analysis, actually having a mindset where you say success looks like reaching and engaging the largest possible audience rather than ticking the right boxes is quite a big differentiator. So with that in mind, we deliberately design our products to be opinionated. We think we know what good looks like, and not to have controls and toggles and triggers for everything. So for example, we do a whole bunch of work building a quite sophisticated XML sitemap. You cannot change the sort order of the contents of that sitemap because we know that doesn't matter. In our competitors' tools, you can absolutely. There are 3 toggles and checkboxes on how would you like to structure and output that. And those 3 toggles are confusing and complicated and unnecessary. And what happens is a lot of people who have a little bit of SEO knowledge spend unnecessary time and resources tinkering in a way that either does nothing or harms their SEO. Because they think they know better than Google, they think they're the expert. So we make a conscious decision to not have controls for all these things, we just do it right. And when we do have controls, it's super intentional, it's the smallest possible, fewest questions we can that we have to ask to get the right stuff out, and we make all the decisions without the user having to do that. Everyone else goes the other way, so competitors have 100 toggles and settings, and there's a whole industry dedicated to looking busy, thinking you're doing SEO.
You're doing SEO, right.
Yeah, and like practically, one of the things we struggle with is we innovate a whole bunch of new stuff. So our approach to structured data and schema, the carbon thing I was talking about, are very much things we've ideated, and then competitors steal them, they misunderstand them, and they implement them badly. So you go look at how structured data and schema.org works in their plugins. It's not right, it's not good, it's not in line with Google spec. So people are harming themselves when they think that they're doing better stuff, which is super frustrating.
I do get your point, because I did receive the same feedback from some of the webmasters too, right? So now I just want to ask you, like, now SEO is changing a lot in 2023 because of AI. Do you think SEO is dead in 2023 because of AI, because of Chat GPT, and a lot of like people are making like experts, like SEO experts are making the guess because now Google will only show like Chat GPT on the top. Like, what do you think about that? Like,
I think
is SEO is dead?
No. SEO is always dead. Long live SEO, right? I think it changes and it evolves, and in some ways it gets simpler. So I think what does happen immediately is everybody starts saying ChatGPT looks like a shortcut. Let's generate 1 million pages.
1 million pages.
And overnight the internet fills up, and all of that content is generic. Lots of it is largely recursive and duplicate. Very little of it is helpful. Very little of it is opinionated or differentiated or has expertise. And it's those kinds of areas where I think brands can still compete and stand out. And that's what's good. Google over the last year have updated and a bunch of their documentation, doubled down on everything, and their focus is expertise, authority, and trust. And
like EET now is experience. But now Google is saying you can have AI content. They have changed their guidelines. Then what's the hell is this? Like, they have changed the guidelines at the end. They are saying you can write the AI content as long as the content is helpful. Like if I'm writing the content, like Yoast SEO review. If I'm writing through AI, and if the content is good, like you're reading it and you feel, this is like, you have used like personal tone in the content, like, then what do you think? Like Google is saying it's okay to
I think that's great. I think it's just a tool at that point I know if I open up a blank page and I go, where do I start writing? That's difficult. If I can have something that
like
helps
gives
me,
you the push.
and then I can go, okay, great, it's done. Like the hard work of creating that value is really going, okay, what is the key story I want to tell? What information do I need to include in it? The actual putting the letters on the page and dotting the I's and crossing the T's, definitely.
It doesn't work, yeah. Because that's what I'm seeing, like, so Google is saying, okay, write AI content, it's good. So as an affiliate like me, okay, so what kind of feedback you have on SEO right now? Because like things have changed. Like Google is hating like pure affiliate websites right now.
Yeah, it's really
like
hard.
the review site, like the best kind of articles and all. Like, so what kind of feedback you have for the affiliates like me who are running these kind of affiliate site? What we can improve more in terms of SEO?
I think there's a few angles, and a lot of this is driven by Google have launched a few specific updates targeting the kind of product review space. And what they're really looking for is hands-on experience and expertise.
Hands-on experience.
So I think focusing and doubling down. Well, you don't want to be an affiliate for 100 things. Be an affiliate for 5 things. And make sure that you are doing really in-depth, valuable reviews where you touch the thing, you handle it, you say, what is the experience of using this? How does it compare to other things? What are the pros? What are the cons?
Pros and cons.
So you're doing more than, in fact, pros and cons is something they call out specifically, is really have a balanced argument, rather than just trying to go, this is great, click the link through to wherever. So they're looking to reward that kind of really deep review stuff, which is hard.
Review site,
It's a lot more work, but I think doing 10 of those rather than 100 thin things will make a huge amount of difference.
Okay, because you're right on that, because Google recently has a review update like for the review site, and it is punishing all those review sites which don't have like information content too. Like Google is saying like have a balance between a review content, like affiliate content, and information content. So what are your thoughts, like how much information content I should have on my affiliate site and like a affiliate content? So what are your thoughts on it, like a ratio on that?
It's super hard, isn't it? Because finding that balance is tricky, because to some degree, what you really want to be doing is pushing the user out to their destination, but you've got to answer their questions, you've got to solve their problems, you've got to engage them, you've got to stand out. I think that's going to be super hard. I don't think there is a good answer, because as you hint at, it's inherently a model that Google doesn't like. They don't want to put this layer in between the user and the product they want to get. Right. And then the affiliate doesn't want to go, you know what, I will be a database of information that has no product upsell, because it's not in your interest. There will always be tension and friction there. I think the hard answer is you're going to have to do more and more information and less affiliate stuff, because otherwise you're going to struggle to compete with, forums, the retailer of the item, independent guide sites that aren't affiliates. Those are the sites they're going to reward, because they are more focused and more on point. It's going to be tricky.
And what do you think about the backlinks in 2023? Expired domains, backlinks? Because I can see like a lot of the competitive keywords like coupons, review keywords, these are very tough keywords to rank. And I'm seeing like on the top of the SERPs, only like sites which are buying backlinks for those kind of keywords.
Yeah, I hate this.
Then they are ranking, because I can show you some of the like affiliate site on the front end. They have an e-commerce site, and after like at the back of that they're running their affiliate blog and
bunch of articles, and they're buying a bunch of links.
Like coupon codes and reviews. And what is happening here? Like it's so.
Yeah, I think the coupon sector is particularly bad. Right, you've got a lot of thin websites with a lot of thin content, and a few brands who are winning just because they're hammering it with links. I really hate links. I hate everything about links. I always have as an SEO.
So links are not like important according to you. They are important. Like they are the backbone, I think.
And you definitely shouldn't buy links, and you shouldn't set up private blog networks, and you definitely should disclose affiliate.
But what about the agencies who are selling the backlinks?
Exactly.
And how you can rank a fresh domain? Like Jono, it's not possible. Like if I want to rank for Yoast SEO review. Can I rank my fresh domain? No, I cannot rank. Like that's the guarantee I can give you. Like you cannot rank your fresh website on Yoast SEO review. It's very tough, of course, because you have a tough competitors like who are promoting your products like Yoast, and how I can outrank them without having the backlinks. Like it's so hard.
It can be done, but it is hard, and you would need to build an authoritative brand and get a bunch of people talking about you.
So that's
and but that doesn't happen overnight, and it's much harder than going and buying a bunch of links. So my hope is links continue to work less. Like they definitely work less than they used to. And as Google gets better at understanding other areas and preferencing things like expertise, the value of those links reduces. But in sectors like coupon sites,
it's purely backlinks. What I've seen, like they're like smashing Google with the backlinks, because they want to rank for the tough keywords like eBay coupons, Amazon coupons, like these are very competitive keywords. So to
and
rank,
you can't write long form editorial content in those sectors because that's not what the user like. You can create a great user experience in those sectors, but then you're not delivering on coupons. So there are some spaces where it's really hard to do the right thing.
Okay, and what do you think about the Microsoft is investing in ChatGPT?
Yeah, the silent war
is happening between Bing and Google right now. So what do you think about that? Like, who's going to win the war?
I think Google are panicking. And we certainly see evidence with that, with how quickly they've scrambled to respond and how poorly executed that was. And we see all sorts of evidence behind the scenes that the house really is on fire. But they've moved slowly because they know that rushing this is bad. If you launch a bad AI product,
Google. I think like the Bing like AI is giving a very aggressive answers. Like
and within so it was harassing people,
and it's saying like the AI will take over you.
And within like 2 days, they've already started to rein it in. So they've now reduced it so you can only ask it 5 questions, and it cuts off the content. And suddenly you start. We've
and Elon is saying like I invested in OpenAI as an open source, but now it's being handled by the large corporations like Microsoft. Like AI is very dangerous. Like he's saying like AI is very dangerous right now.
What's the phrase? It's quite often confidently wrong, and you're like, that's not good. If I want to interact with one of these systems, I need to be able to rely on the information it's giving me is right.
Is right.
And one of the things I think Bing did a lot better than Google is they at least cite their sources when you're interacting with it. So it will give you your paragraph and it will link where it's got the information from, which means you can go do your own research. But Google doesn't do that at all.
It's going to be very tough battle right now in 2023.
Yeah, and Google historically doesn't do a great job of citing its sources in anything, even in conventional SEO. So I think they will have to make sure that it is not just confidently right, but actually right before you can release it as a usable product. Because if Google rolls something out and it provides a poor experience and incorrect information, people will flock to Bing or to DuckDuckGo or to whatever else. And that will hurt them massively. So they have to get something in there, but I don't see them doing it quickly because the tech isn't there yet. So maybe Bing gets a spike and people think the novelty is interesting, and then it dies back off again, and we wait another 6 months, a year before we get something a bit more grown up. Maybe.
Yes, I hope so. Like AI don't be more aggressive. They don't create the bullish content. That's what I'm saying. I like AI because I use AI content too, but I use it very carefully. I make sure like there's a human intervention, who can like proofread the content, fact check because AI gives you it spits out the wrong fact. Like to be very honest,
with
what I've
seen. And names and places
it's like so I always make sure like my proofreaders, like copywriters, please make sure like if you use AI content, make sure like the dates, everything like the facts and the data is correct at least. Because it always gives a wrong information what I've seen in terms of the data.
I agree.
So what are the biggest mistakes people make when it comes to SEO?
What are the biggest mistakes people make? I think thinking about it like a marketing channel. I do my PPC, I do my affiliates, I do my SEO. To succeed at SEO, it needs to be baked into your product and your brand at the deepest level. And that means things like maybe the reason you're not ranking very well is that product reputation isn't great, or that your pricing strategy is wrong, or that you've set up your storefront in the wrong street. And you start to think about what is my objective? My objective is when somebody goes to a search engine and they ask a question in an area that I can solve, be the best possible resource. And sometimes that's more than just the words on the page and the links you have. Sometimes it's making sure, I don't know, you're a restaurant, it's training your chef, it's sourcing better quality ingredients, or you are an educational blog, it's demonstrating that your writers went to a certain university or have won certain awards, and doing more than just the SEO bit, it's doing the whole package. And a lot of that aligns with what Google's looking for in things like trust and expertise, etc. But that applies to every interaction with the business, not just the words on the page.
Yes, so I agree with you on all these points. These are very, very crucial, right? And one last question: how is your experience at WordCamp Bangkok 2023?
So good, so good. And this is my first WordCamp after
Same here,
COVID.
from me too. It's first after COVID. Yeah.
So to be back is amazing. I think everyone's feeling a bit like that. They're super energized. They're super enthusiastic. I've bumped into a whole bunch of people who I've been interacting with on Slack, in Make WordPress and other places for years now, never met in person. That's wonderful. I've met a whole bunch of new people. I've got a head full of ideas and stuff I want to do when I get back. It's been absolutely lovely. The energy out there, even in the sponsor area, right, which is usually not where the cool kids hang out, but it's super. The energy's great, the vibe's great, everyone's having a great time. It's
like everyone is being very kind, very empathetic.
Yes.
That's what I like about this WordCamp right
really
now.
nice.
It's so good.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Jono, for sharing your stuff on SEO, and of course about Yoast SEO too. So guys, if you are like interested to check out Yoast SEO, please check the link in the description and do like this video. Bye bye. Take care. Thanks. Bye bye. Thanks.